And we are live with another episode of the Brownwater Banter podcast. I am Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Case.
And we are here today with Ken KC Conn from Justin Wilson Southern Products.
There you go.
I got it. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Hit the wrong button. Here we go. We got him in the studio here today. We're going to be talking all things seasoning, man, right? And some new stuff y'all got going on with the products and how you're getting them out to the world, right?
Oh, most definitely. We got, of course, we got the Justin Wilson product line, and we got some new things coming on the market, like our pork rinds and stuff. I'd just like to say I really appreciate you guys for inviting us on the show here today and being one of our premier sponsors to help produce what we're going to be talking about here today with the Biloxi Shrimping Tour, Cooking with Justin.
Oh, man, Absolutely. That's going to be fun. Before we jump into the episode, as we always do, we want to thank our sponsor here. Flash him up on the screen like we do. Dr. Robbie Williams at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man, located in Washington Avenue. On Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs. That's him and his staff right there. If you want to look them up on the socials and reach out to them, they are at Southern Magnolia Smiles. You can look them up on their website as well, www.southernmagnoliasmiles.com. Hit them up on the landline at area code 228-215-1202. They help us keep the show going. They've been a big supporter since early on, man, and we very much appreciate it. So if you're looking for a good local dentist, be sure to go check them out. But like we just mentioned, let's tell the people that's been living under a rock for the past 25 years who Justin Wilson was.
Justin Wilson was one of the first, if not the first, Cajun Southern cook to ever have a nationally syndicated TV show in the nation. Justin Wilson put Cajun cooking on the map as we know it. You can't Google, you can't look up, you can't talk about Cajun food, and people's been inspired more without bringing up Justin Wilson's name. He's not only a legacy, but he's a part of Southern and Cajun Americana. And
that's the truth. That's the truth right there.
You can't do anything Cajun food without something about Justin popping up, and we're proud to have the brand and be a part of his family and his family of products with Justin Wilson Southern Products Company.
I can just remember being, young, real young, and he used to come on the television, PBS or something like that, and I'd always sit there and watch him, and I guarantee, he's always doing Southern stuff, seafood a lot, and he just had a cool personality to him.
He did. He came on TV before he actually started in the 60s with this cookbook line, and I wasn't even born yet, but I remember sitting on the couch at home eating cereal and watching cartoons, and after cartoons would go off, Justin would pop up on the screen, and so I started watching him just forced into it, and he helped me not be scared of the kitchen and actually start cooking at a young age, and he was like my grandpa up there cooking, and I never knew how much influence he would have on me. Never knew that I'd be in this chair talking about having the Justin Wilson Company, promoting his legacy and pushing his products forward like we're doing. But, yeah, he was a huge inspiration on me, and just grew up with him, and here we are.
Yeah, so you took his recipes, his seasonings and stuff like that, turned it into a company. He turned it into a company. Then we took it over. How does that work?
Well, we purchased the company from the family, and Justin had died in 2001. He's a food brand. He's a food brand icon. You got Tony Chachere's, you got Paul Perdone, you got Uncle Ben's, you got Aunt Jemima, you got all these food brands out there. All these people are dead. But their products are living on through their brand, and other companies are running them, like General Mills and Kellogg's and Kraft, and so to be. Same thing with us. We bought the brand. We bought the Justin Wilson brand and turned it into what it is today. We're going to keep on pushing it out. And when we're gone, it's going to be a Justin Wilson Foundation created, and the company is going to live on through the Justin Wilson Foundation. And that's another huge undertaking that we're working and putting together with the legal team and everything to keep Justin's name and legacy and products going, just like all these other brands. We don't want him to disappear, and we're going to make sure he don't.
And y'all do a lot of live events, right? You'll pull the trailer out there. You got the big Corvette with Justin's face on the front of it, and y'all do local tastings, like cooking shows.
We do so much. Our calendar is full. When COVID hit, I think we had about 37 events paid for, ready to roll throughout the nation, and we were driving, doing these events, these festivals, promoting the product, and parts of the U.S. where Justin Wilson products are not available to help get it out there. And all of a sudden, COVID hit, shut us down, and we just now got grocery stores and the festivals back online. So we're all over the place. If we can be there and we think it's a good fit for us, we're going to drive up, we're going to set up, we're going to bring in the Justin products and have a good time.
Y'all do a lot of stuff at Rouse's. I know you set up and demonstrate like recipes and stuff, right? We filmed one of the ones with you over at was it Desports?
Desports,
yeah,
new Desports building.
Yes,
yeah,
Desports.
that was a damn good time and a damn good. What was it a snapper Coubillon you did? Or was it redfish? I don't remember.
Redfish Coubillon.
That was
it redfish?
Redfish Coubillon. And, it was done there at Desport, Sean Desport's place. And, he supplied the fish for us and everything and set us up. And, it was a great little show. I enjoyed doing that. And it
was fun.
And, man, everybody got to eat some of that stuff, too.
It was delicious. My daughter still talks about it today.
It
She's
was
like,
good.
Dad, you go cook that redfish Coubillon? I'm like, no, baby, I can't give you that.
I tried to do one. I tried to do one after that and ruined it. Didn't come out too
Really?
good.
No?
Remember I did it at your
Yeah.
house.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't that good.
Now, keep in mind the secret to doing that stuff is doing it right there, doing it fresh. I
Right.
started that dish. The only thing I did there, I pre-chopped some of the vegetables, and we cooked it right there as we were talking. So by the time the show was done, the redfish Coubillon was done.
Yeah.
Fish don't take long at all to cook.
No.
I mean, it's very tender, it's very light, and you don't want to overcook it. So as soon as that fish is cooked, turn down the fire, let it sit there and soak a little bit of those juices up and serve.
Absolutely.
That was a hit.
It was delicious.
So you mentioned it already. So you got a partnership going on now with the Biloxi Shrimping Tours that you're going to do. I'm assuming this is just another avenue, right, for you to get Justin Wilson into people's recipes, right? To get them using it, get them cooking with
into their kitchen.
into their kitchen.
cabinets.
I was going to say into their mouth, but I didn't
Yeah.
fit quite right. So I tried to avoid that.
Yeah. I love promoting Justin Wilson. Anything I can do to get out there, whether it's volunteering, whether it's going to events, whether it's talking to people about Justin 24/7, 7 days a week. I'm out there doing it. My team is out there doing it. Everybody is, we're all on the same page. And a friend of mine has the Biloxi Shrimping Trip tour, one of the oldest tourist attractions on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. That boat's been operating since the 60s nonstop doing these shrimping tours. And, he's got anywhere from 40 to 50 people usually on that boat when it goes out into the channel in front of Deer Island. And, we got talking one day because the products are for sale on the boat. Everybody can go on board and get a great trip and taking some Justin Wilson products home. So I was caught myself restocking it about once a week. And I have a little bit of time on my hand, not much. And we came up with the idea to come on board one day out of the week. And he does the Shrimping Trip tour, and then I'm on the back deck back there with the live cooking setup and cooking shrimp, cooking meats, sauteing vegetables with shrimp and meats, and cooking some of our local Biloxi cuisine, Cajun style, and using the Justin Wilson product line, where people can actually taste it. They can go, wow, all that flavor came out of this one can. And I said, yeah, it's low salt too. And they said, give me some of that.
That's one of y'all selling points, right?
We empty out the rack, and it's a good way because most people on the boat are from out of town. And what better audience can you have is to get this into people's hands that's not from the coast, and they take it home with them and they love it and they reorder it or they come back to the coast and buy it. Funny story. The other day I was on the boat and Mike says, you won't believe what happened the other day. And I said, well, if it got something to do with Justin Wilson,
You might believe it.
I've heard a lot. And he says, there was this guy that follows us on Facebook, and he sees that the product is there on the Sailfish and follows what we do and everything. Just one of the fans of Justin and everything. And he's been wanting the products. Yeah. Well, he drove from Georgia all the way in to the coast and took the Shrimping Trip tour and loved it and bought like one of each of the product on the boat and was like, I came here to get this stuff. And I followed this guy, Ken KC on Facebook with the Justin Wilson stuff. And Mike says, Mike says, well, he's from here.
We know that guy.
He's from here, and he's always around the boat. He's always around here. He's probably up the road at the filling station or something. You know, that's one of my local hangouts. And the guy was like, "Yeah, well, me think I can catch him up there." And I was laughing. I told Mike, I said, "Yeah, we get all kinds. And I love talking to people about."
Y'all
Justin.
didn't drink a Bloody Mary up there, did
You know, that's probably exactly what I was having. They got some good ones.
They
there.
do. So
Yeah.
the boat that you're talking about, the shrimp tour boat, it's an old wooden boat, correct?
Yeah. I want to have Mike on the show later in another episode. He can tell you more about that, that boat.
Is it the blue and white one?
Yes, it
okay,
is.
I got a picture. I wanted to make sure I had the right boat.
So
blue,
if I remember
it's
correctly,
about 60 years old. It's a
Right.
total wooden trawler style
Yep.
boat. And
I'm gonna flash it for the people watching right now, Joe. You
Yeah,
can
that's
see it
it.
here.
And
Yeah,
that boat's been going around.
that's a beautiful boat, man.
It really
Absolutely.
is.
That is a beautiful boat.
that's the old school boat builders that Biloxi's
yes.
named for.
It's
Yeah,
solid
sure.
wood, and that boat's been rolling since the 60s. And that boat was around back when the Herman of Deer Island
Ooh,
Yeah.
used to be out there.
yeah.
And then that boat would go through Deer Island area, and how we know the pictures and the old stories, he would row out there,
Right.
and people off the shrimp boat would throw change and stuff into his paddle boat. Because I told Mike, I said, Mike, we got to capitalize on this. We need to hire an old dude with a long
Yeah.
beard, give him an old wooden boat,
Let him paddle out.
let
there.
him hang out at Deer Island, and then we recreate the story.
That's awesome.
You know, and we, maybe throw in some Justin Wilson or something in his boat. Have some fun
Yeah.
with it. But that's some of the great stories that's behind that old boat. So everybody needs to come and take that. It's like going to New York City and not going to the Statue of Liberty. You
Right.
come to Biloxi, you got to go on the Biloxi Shrimping Trip.
So
Yeah.
when we walk on this boat, it's a 2-story boat, and the premise is you're going to go out in front of the boat rivage. You're going to go in the channel in between Deer Island, and you're going to actually pull for shrimp, right? And whatever you catch in the nets is what you
That's
pull
correct. He stays in the channel with it. He goes out, turns around and comes up the channel, and he's pulling the nets. He gets shrimp, crabs, whitefish.
That's a fun experience in and of
Absolutely.
itself.
Sardines. They're pulling up little sardines, oysters. They can rack some oysters up every
Really?
now and then. And they open the net up, and all the people get to look and see what he caught. And and he talks about each little piece, each little fish and stuff. And then they chunk it back in the water, and they keep going. So it's like it's a live shrimping trip. And it's really cool.
We got some people in the comments here. David Fuller Seafood is his Facebook page, says that we are cooking with Justin Wilson products daily.
Oh, wow. You
Yeah,
know what,
so-
David, we appreciate that. And man, we love you everywhere you may be. Thank you, and appreciate the support.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got the aquarium here, but the aquarium only tiptoes around what we have on the Gulf Coast. So you actually get to go on a boat and pull this stuff in from off the bottom, and he tells you about it and what it's about.
Yeah, he gives a
and
little eco history educational lesson too. And there's kids on board. He does it more geared towards the kids too.
Right.
Has, when adults, there's a few things you might skip with. It's more historical.
right.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's a great little 70-minute little trip.
So what does your setup look like on a boat? That's what I'm interested in. I like to eat.
That's
You know what
a
I'm saying?
good
What's
question.
your setup like?
I do a lot of cooking shows. We film Cajun in the City. We do a lot of demos and rouses. And so basically it's going to be we cooking with a single or a double little propane burner unit, because I can cook anything with that.
Right.
And a nice checkerboard tablecloth. It's going to be dressed up real nice, maybe some lights, and the products out front, and we're going to be talking and cooking. And by the time I'm done, everybody gets a little 4-ounce or 5-ounce little tasting sample. Any extra they can eat, but we're going to have products on board from our wonderful sponsors, which is Desport Seafood. Sean Desport and that
Yep.
gang is supplying our seafood. And then I got a good buddy of mine, Stephen McKenzie over there at Four Bulls Steakhouse. They're going to be
Know them.
supplying the meat.
Yep.
And I told him, I said, look, now I'm going to have to get some of that Wagyu.
I've heard it's delicious.
We're going to get some of that Wagyu, and we're going to cut it thin and cook it up with some shrimp and stuff, and have some different menus. Every trip will be a different menu with the Justin recipe.
Okay.
And so it's going to be great. It's going to be good stuff. And trust me, there'll be plenty of snacks to go around for everybody. So
Absolutely.
you get the shrimping trip, and then you get to eat too, and you get a little show. And I think it's a great idea, and I look forward to doing it.
Trevor Morris in the
Yeah.
comments says love this product. If it's not in your home, it needs to be.
Absolutely.
So
I
people
agree,
are commenting.
Trevor.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Trevor. Great job.
Now-
Keep on using it.
These tours, Now you're only doing 1 day a week. Is that correct on the tours? The tours run Monday through.
The boat runs 7 days a week.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing the shows on Wednesdays at 3:30 for now. Kick off on Wednesday. I'm going to see how that goes. The first show is sold out.
That's next Wednesday, right?
No, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday we have one, and they're also doing a kickoff one on Tuesday. The Tuesday one is sold out, and if it goes well, and we're going to probably have a rollover one, say around 5 o'clock, and do a sunset one. Also, we're just going to play it by ear.
That sounds fun.
And that one will be geared more towards I'll say adults, and so we can have a little more fun and kind of gear it more towards the cooking aspect with the nice boat ride.
Yeah. And then this boat runs out of the small craft harbor, or where do we book this boat out of?
It leaves out of Biloxi Small Craft Harbor in the corner right there. As soon as you pull into McElroy's and the Small Craft Harbor, it's right there. Big blue and white boat. You can't miss it.
Right.
I love it. Let me flash on the screen real quick too here. I've got a photo of some of the products that you're mentioning here. Put this up right here just so people can see. If you've never seen that logo before, like I said, you've probably been living under a rock.
Yeah.
But we're showing here, you got habanero seasoning.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Is that right here? Hold on,
That's the shake.
Let's do the real deal. Show that to the camera again one more time. Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom. I like that. And then so back to the photo here, we have I'm seeing y'all do a wing sauce. You've got wicked Cajun pickles.
Wicked pickles are delicious.
Louisiana pepper sauce, and then the original Justin Wilson seasoning. And we've mentioned this before. You said it earlier, but I want to elaborate on that. Less salt, more flavor, right? More seasonings.
That's correct.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it really is. We took Justin's recipes when we repackaged everything. We brought the salt down. We used the same recipes that he had, but we brought the salt down and brought the ingredients up, therefore creating a perfect blend.
Right.
We think 7% sodium in a Cajun seasoning is the threshold of perfection. It's not too salty, but it's just enough salt that you can cook with it, and you can put it on stuff without over salting your dish. For example, there's not a lot of seasoning that you start putting into your gumbo. When you start making a gumbo, very rarely, I don't put seasoning in it when I'm starting. I'm getting all those vegetables. I'm getting that base flavor going.
That's right.
Let it melt down.
And because your sauce has got salt in it. A lot of your stuff's got salt already in it. So you need to see where your salt level is. And everybody's got their favorite seasoning. But when you start going, you get some of these products, most of these Cajun products and seasonals and stuff, their salt content starts at about 12%, 12 to 15% sodium. Number one is horrible. Number two, that's how they get the cost down, because they're giving you a bunch of salt.
Filler, pretty much.
Our products are not the cheapest on the market. And the reason is because there's more ingredients in ours than salt. If we turned around and we raised that salt content to 15% like some others,
you could cheap out on the rest.
You might could pick that up like some of the others for 99 cents.
Right.
But that's not who we are.
That's right.
And that's not Justin. Justin wants gourmet Cajun blends, and he cared about that. Now, he did love his salt. Of course, he would pour it in his hand. And everything. But a lot of that was for show. When it comes to really cooking, he did watch the salt content. And I think we've recreated that and followed that with creating the products. The habanero.
I don't think I've had that.
I don't think I have either.
I
had the original.
I love that.
I got the original.
This is the finest of the fine. This is the only certified Cajun habanero made in the nation. We make it. There's no other company out there that has a certified Cajun habanero dry seasoning. There's habanero sauces. Nobody makes a habanero.
Nobody makes a shake.
Nobody makes a shake. And it took a long time to get the habanero pepper. Habanero pepper is a very hard pepper to blend with.
Yeah.
And so when we was designing it, we had to keep the heat at a certain level, but also the flavors up too. And we captured it in this recipe. And man, that's what I use. I use the habanero more than I use the original because I just like that extra kick.
Yeah.
Both of them are 7% sodium. So it doesn't matter. You're not going to oversalt. You can use a little bit of the original, use a little bit of the habanero and go for it. Mix it up.
Just get a little kick out of it.
That's right.
I'm going to flash this again, the products on the screen. I want people that are watching to notice, and I'll describe here for the listeners. There's a seal of Louisiana on each one of these products here. You can see them right here in the corner. You're saying it's on every single one of them. Explain again what that is, because I don't want to skate over that for people, because that's important.
It is important. We're certified by the Louisiana Department of Agriculture. It's a certification program that they have that we get all of our products. All the to carry the seal, your products have to be made in Louisiana, and they certify them. So therefore, we can use the seal because we're a certified Cajun product. And there's Creole products. There's other levels of the products with the Louisiana seal. We get to carry the Cajun seal. It lets people know that this is a true, authentic seasoning.
Homegrown.
Our factories are in Opelousas and St. Martinville, and create our sauces and our dry rubs. So therefore, it's made in Louisiana, and we carry that seal proudly. And that's what it means. It lets people know that, hey, I'm proudly buying a certified Cajun product. If I want true Cajun product, and you see the seal, that's exactly what they're getting.
It ain't It ain't just a marketing gimmick. Yeah. It's for real.
No, it's for real.
Yeah. And this is only a drop in the bucket of what y'all got. Pork rinds, you got all kinds of stuff.
We do. We got some of the best pork rinds in the world, I think. And we've been meaning to do some pork rinds for quite a while because everybody loves pork rinds.
Absolutely.
And I think we got the greatest seasoning in the world. So why not put them together? And we married the seasoning with the pork rinds. And you talking about some kind of good. The original pork rinds are seasoned with the nothing but the original blend. As soon as they come out of the oil, that machine shakes the seasoning on the original, and then we got the habanero pork rinds.
That's the ones I want.
Yeah, because you want some heat, you want a little kick in your mouth. Yeah. You can go for the habanero pork rinds.
Where people that are listening, they're like amped up, wanting to try some of this new stuff out, the pork rinds, or even just get their hands on some of the seasoning. Can you shoot me off some places that they can go pick it up, or online?
Of course, online at justinwilson.com. We ship nationwide. The pork rinds are such a new product that they're just now getting out into the stores. We are going to go on a nationwide distribution with it in about 2 months. The pork rinds start trickling in nationwide at major stores and local markets. But for now, here in the Biloxi, the Gulfport, Saucier, Wiggins, Alabama, here locally in the Biloxi area, we're at Desports. We're on the Sailfish charter boat tours. They go through about 12, 15 every time they go out. Triple Diamond Pawn and Jewelry carries them.
There we go.
We have, who else do we have? The filling station has them.
Yep.
Texaco 57 over in
Killer Crab. I know I took a photo from
Killer Crab Seafood has them. We got quite a bit.
And you can buy it from those businesses, or they apply it to their products, or both.
Well, they use our products in the store as well. Our pepper sauce is on all the tables at Killer Crab. And, and they also sell the pork rinds. There's quite a few others. We have a listing of all of our locations at justinwilson.com.
There we go. There we go. We can
the shrimp boat tour is going to have all of it, right?
Also Hard Rock Cafe. We're in all the Hard Rock cafes. And the pork rinds are there, and we restock them weekly because, man, the tourists come into town and they just love them. So Hard Rock Cafe and the gift shop, the pork rinds.
Jordan Duran, we love Jordan on the show here.
Yeah, what up, Jordan?
He said, yellow Corvette with a billboard on the hood. That's why I started buying the product.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
we took a picture of my daughter in it last time we was out there. She loved it.
I got you. Yeah, it was cool. The car gets a lot of attention. We keep it there a lot of times at Hard Rock there. And they give us a nice little parking spot, and we keep it up front with the hood open, and people take pictures of it, and they like it.
It's a showstopper.
It really is. It's a really fun car to drive, too.
Ken, how much do you enjoy what you do, man? I mean, honest to God, that's got to seem like a pretty good gig you got.
Yeah.
Man, it's I love it so much that I stopped doing what I was doing before. And which I've been in the gemology and the diamond and the jewelry business my whole life.
Oh, wow.
And I'm 100% dedicated 24/7, 7 days a week, promoting, selling, and getting Justin Wilson off the ground. So I believe in it. And, this is what I do. And 7 days a week, 24/7. Everything's Justin Wilson, Justin Wilson,
Sweet.
Justin Wilson.
I got it on the bottom here of the
awesome.
screen, Justin Wilson Southern Products. And I've also, people we've been noticing, and for the listeners here, I'll say it as well. It's at How Y'all Are. So that's what y'all are. That's what your tag is on Facebook. And we discussed a little bit before we went live. I think even if you do at Justin Wilson Southern Products, it comes up as well. So either one you want to use.
That's how he used to come on the show, right?
Yeah.
That's how he used to start the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then give us one of those I guarantee.
Yeah, I guarantee.
There it is.
That's the money right there.
Yeah.
So you mentioned justinwilson.com. They can find you there and order the product. Where else are you? Facebook, we just said. Is there any other spots that y'all are active on online or social?
Well, of course, we got YouTube 24/7, the Justin Wilson Show. We stream on Twitch TV.
Sweet.
Justin Wilson Southern Products on YouTube. We have an Instagram. I believe we have a Twitter. I handle the Facebook, a lot of the Facebook
so
stuff.
that YouTube's all the old shows, right?
Yeah,
of actual Justin Wilson.
Yeah, we have all these shows and all the new content we're making. We're mashing a lot of the episodes together and putting recipes behind the shows and kind of modernizing the shows to go on YouTube. So we're creating new content all the time.
And that's what you cooking?
No, it's with Justin cooking.
Yeah.
But we build the recipe out and
Right.
have the recipe at the show. But sometimes I'm cooking and they'll put it up there when we're promoting in one of the stores or something like that.
Well, if you've never seen that show, man, you're missing out on something. It goes back to like the 70s, I believe, late 70s, 80s,
That
and
is
I know
original 90s. Cajun cooking, how it used to be done. It's Justin was just real. He's
charismatic.
Yes, he is, and he goes up there and he cooks, and he cooks like our grandparents cooked.
Yeah.
And it's
Drinking
all real.
wine.
He knocks stuff over. He'll wipe his nose. He'll say something. He'll drink his wine. Justin always said you can't cook with a wine you don't drink.
That's
and
right.
I live by that, because every time I'm cooking, whether it's on a boat or something, I try to have me a glass of wine
I don't blame
or
you.
a cold beverage somewhere within reach.
It makes cooking easier.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You
Ain't
know?
nothing wrong with that. Well, Ken, unless there's anything we didn't touch on that you want to get out of here before we wrap things up, man, do we hit all the bases?
Yeah, we hit it. I just like to remind everybody about the shrimp boat cooking show.
Yeah.
Come on board. You can book through the Biloxi Shrimping Trip, and we can get you on board and all that. And I'd like to appreciate our sponsors, which actually help make this possible. Desport Seafood, Four Bulls Meat and Seafood Market, Brownwater Banter, you guys.
Yep.
See who am I missing here?
I like the notes, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. Mike Stickers does all of our graphics and our logos.
Right.
And,
okay.
He could really do y'all some really cool stuff, and he does a lot of the Shaggies,
Okay.
all the places on the beach, all that vinyl and stuff.
He's a good guy. He had to deal with me this week.
Oh, he had to deal with you?
Yeah, he was like, your PDF.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
So
we got it straightened out.
Yeah.
He works around the clock, and he prints up our menus for the show, and Four Bulls is getting us paper products.
Speaking of that, we forgot to talk about this.
What is that?
That
is the actual menu of Tuesday's show.
Yes, that's Tuesday's show, and it's going to be Justin Wilson Shrimp Trinity. The shrimp are going to come from Sean Desports, and the meat products come from Four Bulls, and the vegetables, and we're going to put a nice shrimp Trinity together. So everybody's going to get some shrimp on board, and we're going to cook it live, and nobody goes without, nobody goes hungry. So we have a new menu every week.
Okay.
And we'll have it on the show and promote that menu.
So the first one, the kickoff, is this Tuesday, and then after that,
Be every
it's
Wednesday at
3:30.
3:30. And possible a 5:00 sunset rollover show, depending on how this goes and how people respond to it.
I love it, man. I love it. People that you want to see what Ken can do behind a set of cooking utensils, go check out the video that we did over at Desports. It's on our video list. Go back, search through there, find that. He can work a crowd. He's good at what he does, and the product, I can attest, Joey and I both have tasted it.
Delicious.
It's legit,
guarantee.
man. Guarantee. Ken, thank you for coming in here today and hanging out with us, man, taking time out to talk about the cool stuff that you're doing here locally. People, if you're looking for something to do, the weather's perfect right now. It's a great time to get out. Get out on the water and appreciate what you have around here. And if you're somebody who's not been here for long, maybe you're listening to the show, you're not a local, this is the kind of stuff you need to come check out of the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
And bring your kids.
Nothing like it. There's no live cooking show in Biloxi, Mississippi on the Mississippi Gulf Coast that combines a live cooking show with a shrimp tour on a shrimp boat. I mean, go figure.
It don't get no more southern than that, man.
We've invented this one. So let's see what happens.
All right, that'll work, man. Appreciate y'all all checking out the show today. Everybody that's tuned in and listening, and we will see